All right, chat. How we doing? How we doing? Looks like all my windows are screwy, eh? Let's get this guy down here. Open you up. Let's get my camera open properly. Bingo bango. All right. Nice to see everyone. Nice to see everyone. Especially if you're a VOD watcher in the future. Got to do a little spiel so everybody knows what's going on. My name's Bailey. I run an eBay store called Grandma's Dead Stock. And I need to get some products ready. So today, I'm throwing together some pins and buttons in little packages. I've got plenty more coming in the future, but I wanted to get the process started today. And I need to maintain my eBay store intake. So I'm going to list 4 items that are high ticket items, 3 antique AV pieces of equipment, and 1 semi-broken PC that is 4 parts but fixable. So try to get at least try to get a quick $60 out of the broken PC at the minimum. But either way, we're gonna get to it. What we're doing today, we're gonna go over to the product focus. So I'm gonna go over to my corner. We're gonna hang out. Let's see. It looks like it needs a little scrubby scrub, eh? Yeah, it's a little better. It's a little better. It's a little better. We're going to hang out in my corner in a second here. And if you didn't know, what I do is I simulcast. So I'm on Twitch, I'm on Kick, and I'm on the YouTubes. My idea is to reach, excuse me, to reach all 3 audiences. So I got no problem with Kick. It's just for my style of content, it's a little slow. When you're doing abnormal things, it's not necessarily Kick friendly, you know? I do, as of late, I've been doing auction streams. So the auctions that I run, and then that I run with my business collaborators, per se, I have been like live streaming the end of the auction, and that's where I think I'm going to try to snip it in on Kick on gambling, because it kind of is like gambling, and that's what's popping over there. So we're going to give that a go next time. But either way, we're heading over to the magic cards. I'm going to boost this mic up, so excuse me if you're a little loud for a second as I walk over there, because I'm going to snip this guy out. I'm going to pump it all the way up, and we should be rocking. And I'm just going to get the chat open on my phone here while we go. And yeah, okay, we're working. Just so I don't mind if you see too much of my personal shit, but we're going to close this out. I'm going to put on some literal Trailer Park Boys as my background noise. Because I am not even a Gen Z kid, but even while I'm streaming, if I can't play any music since YouTube sucks, then I like to have a little bit of background noise in some way. So I do that. I open the Twitch. And I open my Stream Manager is what I'm looking for. Go here, Stream Manager, perfect. And then I can see the chat. The only thing I can't do while I'm in this mode is make fucking clips. So as long as nothing too spicy comes up, I'm just gonna leave the phone running like that, and we should be good. We should be good. That's not. I don't think there's anything offensive there. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I was trying to figure out how to incentivize purchases of a lot of these really cool enamel pins and buttons that I have available, and I figure we're gonna hit dual audiences. I've got a whole bucket full of extra magic cards that I've been trying to figure out what to do with. So we're going to combine fucking magic card pin so that nerd wants them, looks cool, and then average person, it works good too. We're going to hang them all up on the rack by the top there, boop, and then they'll be hanging, and we got a good listing batch. So we're gonna try to fuck with this. We're going to try to fuck with this. So we got 1 here. We'll put it in a pile, and we'll count them after. I got some interesting ones. This is a taco. Oh, it's Old El Paso. That's a good one. Taco pin. I like it. So fuck with it like this. grab this. That's the only thing about these baggies from past experiences. They get slippery when you're doing a whole bunch. So the easiest way to open up these guys, pinch and slide them both together. You go whoop. Rather than try to fiddle with the plastic innards there. Slide this card in. Angelic Gift with the El Del Paso. Very timely, very awesome. Maybe we'll put the pin on the opposite side of the card. And then that way you gotta flip it over. Yeah, I like it that way. So then bingo. Drop that, take that. Bop, 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 bop. Next one. Some of these are interestingly high ticket. It's just hard for me to sell specialty enamel pins on my eBay store. It's not something people go to eBay looking for, is specialty enamel pins. So it's disappointing. It was something while I was learning this hustle, I was like, oh, this will be intriguing for a wider audience, but I was totally incorrect there. So we got this guy sitting here, and then we put the pin on this side, and then this one is another Wings of the Guard. So it's a giant chicken? It's like an eagle, hawk, whatever you want to call it. Don't mind that. So we're going to take that, take this guy, and this pin we have Earl's Albino Rhino. So this is an actual beer pin. Do I want to bother? This one might be eBay worthy because it's branded. So we might set this one aside. I did try this Canadian Curling Hall of Fame one. Definitely not. So the branded one, yeah, we're going to try to eBay that one later. But this, we got the Canadian Curling Hall of Fame Magic card packed up. Boop. Done. Okay, good. And this is going at the pace I was hoping it would go at. And then next week, probably in the evening, we're going to pop by and do a very similar task. Because I'm going to have a bunch more pins after I go in on Monday here. This one is literally nothing. I think it's just an OG one. I can't tell if there's even a material in it, but it's like a silver one. It's basic, but it's cool. So we take that Magic card. Which one do we have now? We've got Unwavering Initiate. Yeah, the titles on these are kind of, it makes the pickups more interesting, I gotta say. It's cute. It's a good little giggle. And I gotta remember, I'm trying to do it on the opposite side. Otherwise, that's the part that my little brain will forget for sure. And I'm gonna curl up in a ball. I'm gonna get super cozy as we do this. Yeah, I know some people, everyone's got a different type of like TV show that's their comfort food. For me, comfort food TV, Trailer Park Boys by far. Desert's Hold. Drop it in. And this alligator guy, this was my first test. I thought it was a good idea, so I was going to cut the Magic cards in half, punch a hole, and stick the buttons to the cards. And I really do personally like this design. I thought it would be very cool. But it's also like, why deface the cards? Because like the cards could add value to the product, right? So why am I wasting that? Right? Otherwise, it's not a bad idea. It's not terrible. I'm happy that I tried it, but so I figure a card and pin makes it so that you're hitting someone who wants the pin and then possibly someone else who might be interested in picking up the card otherwise, right? Or who knows, you give the card, you pick up the pin, you give the card to your friend who's a dork. They're like, oh, where'd you get it? Oh, I got it out of this really cool booth called Grandma's Dead Stock. I followed this guy, go check out his Instagram. You know what I mean? That's the kind of the energy I was going for with that one. Another white card. Talk Crop Elite. Take this. Bloop. Bloop. Canadian Co-op. Serving only the best. Do I have an extra? I used to have extra backings. Might have to set this one aside to get an extra backing out of the bucket. So a little flower of some sort. I don't know. It's interesting though. Slide this in. Hey, thank you for the raid, Kyle. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you dropping in. I hope you had a good day streaming today. I'm just picking away. Curious what you were streaming if you're still around, but I totally get how the raids work, bro. As soon as I drop in a raid, I'm like, it's time for me to quit streaming, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, I'm supposed to chat with this man? So the whole reason I did the raid was I'm trying to get off this. So what do we have for the magic card on this one? We have Eddie Railhawk. Flying. When Eddie Railhawk enters the battlefield, you get... Whenever Eddie Rail, you may pay for tokens. They're tokens of some sort. 2 energy counters. Either way, very cool, very cool, very cool. We're going to take this. Oh, it's another Canadian Curling Hall of Fame. This was one, Curling Hall of Fame. You'd think that a Canadian Curling Hall of Fame pin, you'd think that's worth money. Nobody wants it on eBay, so it's going in these mixed packs with the magic cards, and that's fine with me. I'm humble with the L's. It's just some of these, I picked them. I was like, oh, people would definitely want a Curling Hall of Fame pin. But evidently, the answer is no. So for now, they'll be available at my in-person stall, but with transitions in my lifestyle, I'm not going to be in there very long, which was not my decision. And so instead, I will be bringing them with me to markets. This way I can have this bin full of buttons and magic cards, and I'll have them available at whichever pop-up market I go to. Sandblast. Sandblast deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Instant. 3 mana. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Take this guy, and let's see. Let's grab a random one. What do we got here? We got another Canada one. An interesting Canada one. It's kind of whaley, I guess. It's a tough call. I don't know exactly what that is. Drop that guy in. And if you're watching from Kyle's stream, know that I appreciate you. My name's Bailey. I stream a couple times a week, a little sporadically based on my business, but I do run a reselling business named Grandma's Dead Stock. So I buy and sell vintage goods as well as collectibles, as you can see by the giant stack of magic cards I got. And I like to get creative with my offerings. So as you know, if you're an avid Magic player, you end up with a whole stack of just regular cards. And I got them off of one of my plugs, one of the guys who hooks me up with products often. So I decided to figure out a new use for these extra cards that are worth like 25 cents or whatever. I throw them in the pack, throw it with the pin, and then I'm going to stack them all up. My pins are going to go 3, 7, 12, 20 is going to be my price points for the pins. This is a zombie rat. A gutter skulk. Upon finding his warehouse infested, Gavin didn't know whether to get an exterminator or an exorcist. Haha. Saskatoon New Central Blues. Drop it in. Bloop. It's a pretty okay pin. Take that. New baggie. Open that boy. Got another magic card. What do we have here? Fortuitous Find. Choose one or both. Return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a pretty good sorcery card. Cool. I've been getting into MTG Arena, so I'm getting a little bit more interested in the effects. But in that case, it's also like I'll just buy pre-made decks. I run an eBay store, so I'll buy pre-made decks as I need them. Canada and Japan. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what Canada and Japan does. That would probably be a $12 one, I would say. Sounds like the cats are fucking around a little bit. Let me double check on these boys. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Hey! You causing problems? You causing problems? Yeah, he was causing problems. That boy causing problems. There's a tin on the counter. He was trying to get into it because he can't. He's mischievous. He can't leave it alone. Alright, alright, alright. Take this. Drop it in. What do we have here? Dead Reveler. Zombie. Unleash. You may have this creature enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. It can't block as long as it has a +1/+1 counter on it. Dead Reveler. Dead Reveler. It's funny irony. We're going to put it with the Live Green pin. Drop that in. Yeah, so this is moving at exactly the pace I needed it to be moving. Need to make sure I didn't take too long with this. Necrobite. Target creature gains death touch until the end of turn. Regenerate it. Put this... Seven Seas, Vancouver, Canada. Fun one, fun one. Next one. Another sorcery card. Nope, creature. Balustrade Spy. Creature, Vampire Rogue. Target player reveals cards from the top of his or her library until he or she reveals a land card. Then put those cards into his graveyard. Wow, that's a good card. I feel like the Magic card library is so deep, it's wild, bro. I got some Earl's pins. I should probably set those aside. Mangosteen is my hot rod. It was funny. Vampire, multi-level marketing. Drop it in here. Midnight Recovery. I got so many coins that it's like I need to dig through them, but coins are so hard to price out. Co-op. Vancouver, BC co-op. This one is the Corporation of the Town of Whitby. Whitby, Iroquois Soccer Dome. Grand opening. 2009. Maybe that's eBay worthy. What do we have here? Irvine, Alberta. So big old cow, cow pin. Take that, zip it up. So we're already at a good 20 of them. It's a great start for what I was planning to do. Accidentally grabbed more coins, eh? Another Canadian 50 cents. Class of 88, that's a fun one. Like that one. Open this boy up. Take this bad boy. Corpse Blockade. Defender sacrifice another creature. Corpse Blockade gains death touch until end of turn. That's pretty good. It's a good card. Gonna have to start playing black decks, eh? The Nutman. 15 years old. The Alberta Association of Utilities Officers. Flip this thing open. Oop. Oop. Oh, we're throwing one. Ah. Rocky Light. Beer brand. Red Deer, Alberta. This one might be worth eBay as well. Rocky Light beer brand. And these guys, I did try to price them out individually. I know they're not worth it, so we're gonna keep them separate. Keep it separate. Alberta. This is the Alberta, Canada Helping Hands. It's their social assistance for elderly people. Mark of the Vampire. These are getting ironic. I love it. The Vernon Pee Wee Hockey Tournament. Red card. First red card. Human Soldier. Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a Croatian Crusader, put a 1/1 soldier token with haste onto the battlefield. So you boost them up and just get mad haste cards. black cards. Altars Reap. Take it. Slide it in. Like that. And then see what one do we have here. We have the Airdrie Spring Pee Wee Classic. Very OG style. 2 little hockey players. Kind of cute. Kind of cute. Someone might be interested in that. A lot of these will appeal to people who have those local interests, which I do find sell eventually, which was the benefit of having my stall previously. But I think, oh, sorry. I think I'll still be able to hit similar marks going to antique markets, you know, so. It is what it is, you know, times change, new horizons, all that cheesy crap. You gotta do what you gotta do. In this case, I'll speak about it definitively publicly soon enough, but I was honest again, spoke my opinions. First off, Bone Splinters. As an additional cost to cast Bone Splinters, sacrifice a creature and destroy a creature for 1 mana. That's pretty fucking, that's a good sorcery spell. So we got a Nakiska Ski Pin. But my big mouth got me in trouble again. I can't help but be an honest person. It's in my nature. I'm very serious about speaking up when I see an injustice or I see someone, like, for lack of a better word, lying. Like, if you promise me something, I will check you. I'm not a bully. I ain't gonna run up on you and be like, yo, dog, what's good? What's good? What you say about this? I ain't gonna fucking check you in an aggressive manner, but if you're gonna tell me that you're gonna do marketing tactics, if you're gonna tell me as a someone that I have a contractual business relationship with, if you're not executing on things that you verbally told me you would, I'm not gonna be angry, but I'm gonna be like, what's good? What's good? It's like, oh, so if you want to plan events in your business where I contractually pay rent for space in your business, I will ask, like, what's happening? When are they planned? Because that's not just a promotional opportunity for all of the people involved, but it's, like, relevant to, like, I'm going to have less sales that day. So it would be the right thing if you were to inform me as to what's happening. So if you're not willing to communicate, I'm going to keep checking in. And I won't do it in an aggressive manner, but I'm not going to stay quiet. I'm very confident in what I know, and I know this is the right way to do business. And I'm okay if it bites me in the butt, because I'd rather walk a righteous path. So I got doinked again. I got doinked again because I did exactly that. This is Grand Prairie one. Could be good. Could be good. And what's this one? This shield one? Homecoming 82. Alright, throw that in. So we've got we got about 6 or 7 left. It's a great starting batch. 20 some odd for sure. Fuck yeah, this is what we like to see, boys and girls and non-binary pals. That one didn't rhyme. I think you're supposed to say fellas in that one when you're using that rhyme scheme. I'm a burpee boy today, I'll tell you what. Coquitlam Minor Hockey Association. BC Key City Hockey Association. Another hockey tournament. It's crazy how many of these enamel pins would have been made back in the day and then just end up in a drawer in my house, you know what I mean? All these like decades old collaborative events and just no one ends up wanting them. It's wild to observe. As an additional cost to cast Altars Reap, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. Take that. Bop. Oh, a Japanese one. Put that with the Victoria. It's Sunday night. I'm really fighting the lazy demons today. I'm not gonna lie. I got some serious lazy demons going on in my brain. I'm like, I just want to eat and go to bed, but I gotta get this dinky labor done. Do you have a search warranty? Oh my god, Trailer Park Boys. This one is the Quesnel Minor Hockey. What we have here, we've got Coquitlam Minor Hockey Association. This is an OG boy. Canceled image on it, 2A. Redhawks. Drop that in. Okay, we're gonna slide count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I think that's a perfect round number to end on. And I'll get much more ready from the ones that I already have available in my stall. I'm quite happy with that. We'll stick with those 30 for now. I got enough that I can put in some of the pins that are existing in my stall tomorrow. And then I'll end up pulling out the stuff that I can end up putting in the auction house. So I went on the little ramble earlier about how I got booted out of the stall where I hustle my shit. And that's what I got to shift up. Since I got the boot, I've also got a Halloween auction coming up. And I need to sort out, like, I'm going to take out the premier products that I know I can put into the auction and displace it in my eBay store. And I'm going to do the shift to the setup that I was already gearing towards. Because by getting these buttons ready and the necklaces that I got ready on the other side, this is applicable to when I go to other markets. So I can, like, take those products with the price stickers on them just use them same goddamn price stickers at the next place that I go. So it's not necessarily a waste of time for me to do that processing. And that was the tough part of having to figure out how to adjust after getting the boot. Because it was like, okay, I really need to figure out how to reallocate this time in a manner that is functional for my own personal business needs, as well as like making it so my location is shoppable in this final month. So I'm going to do a 40% off sale for the last month that I'm in there. And then it's going to be like, clean me out. Grandma's too rowdy. Grandma got kicked out of the retirement home. Clean me out. So some of those pins, I'll put them in for $20, 40% off. I'll put them in for $3, 40% off, right? So just buy all this shit off of me, okay? But, so, I'm going to hit the washroom. We're going to take 5 minutes. We're going to hit 5 minutes. I'm going to hit the BRB 5 minutes. Washroom. Then we gonna spam the eBay. Because then we're going to do that. That should be quick. I already have the photos ready. So I'm hoping doing the eBay don't take me that long. And that's what's important for me right now. I want to get this cracked off ASAP. And it's not necessarily the best for entertaining y'all. But, so I should have the Spotify open still. Yes, I do. I'll put on some music for you guys. Turn this off and I'll be right back. I'll be right back, you lovely folks. Okay, internets, we're back. This isn't on my face exactly, eh? This is, here we go. That's funny. What's up, everyone? I see lurking. I appreciate the lurks. All y'all know I ain't got no ego. I'm fine being the second screen content, so any form of support, mad grateful for. Some of y'all been around since I've been starting the hustle, so thank you for that. Got to the point that we're starting an auction house. Things be moving up slowly. It's always a grind, though, you know. So we got this guy. Let's slam this up. Copy. You go in here. Dead stock. September 22. Paste that in. And so today, I got some computer. I got a computer and I got 3 tech pieces to list up. I'll have to do some searching on them. We'll do these the good old, I'll do it. Oh, that's had the descriptions and shit. And these should be buy it now. Go in, we'll add the typical descriptions the way I usually list them. Slide in here. eBay even has an AI now, and that's it. Seems a little unnecessary and or complicated. Like, eBay AI, we're listing such odd products. Like, how would their AI be adequately trained on the products that I'm listing to the eBay store? That one trips me out. It's like, it can't be a good enough help at this stage. I can imagine if you're just like doing VHS or DVD and it can like read the title and then understand what you're doing, but for my style of eBay store, there's no fucking way it's gonna know what I'm actually inputting. Okay. We're flying through. I'm going for 3 hours maximum today. I'm hoping this should take me 30, 45. We'll see. And then I gotta make a graphic, which shouldn't take me too long. Man, I haven't done an eBay stream all month, eh? Shit. So first one, desktop computer. Oh, I think I missed some. I think I went too quick there. Yeah, I did. Next one. So this one is a cassette re-recorder. So back in the day when you would dub cassettes, it's one of those. So you could like put in one cassette and re-record onto another. Quite pristine condition. Very nice, very nice. This is where the warehouse that I'm working out of has its big benefits. It's really helping me like have a space to work out of that isn't this bedroom, so I can take in the capacity of like listing more items. double checking the other windows. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Yeah, we're rocking. I see I got another kick follower, a kick watcher. If you, I need them kick followers. You want to follow me up on kick? Hey, send on, send on. Here we go. Bingo bango. These will be hard to categorize, eh? Here, I don't need a BRB. I'm just getting a glass of water, too. Gotta stay hydrated. I love how the King of Donair got big. I'm watching Trailer Park Boys in the background. King of Donair is the shop that Randy does his work in front of, and now I see they opened up chains across the country in Canada. So we got desktop, PC desktops and all-in-ones. Next, cassette deck, cassette tape decks. I mean, it's technically vintage at this point. I'm gonna put it under vintage. I think it's vintage. I scared off the kick follower. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I no hard feelings. No hard feelings. I'm just gonna go cry. This one, I gotta double check. I think this one is a CD. Yeah, it's a 3 compact disc player and recorder. So similar to the tape deck, you could make duplicates with this one. So I'll do CD stereo, CD stereo. Car stereos and head units, compact and shelf stereos. Vintage stereo receivers. What happens if I just type in CD? Personal CD players. Other formats. 3-disc CD player. Players and recorders. And this one is a VCR. Which formally would have put these in my stall, but again, got to shift up my business model, so blah. It is what it is. So this guy is an MSI Nightblade 8088. MSI Nightblade 8088. Let's open an extra one up. MSI Nightblade 8088. Completed items. Let's double check that I'm not missing any of the stats on this. MSI Nightblade 8088. It's not even listed, eh? What the fuck? B088. Let's try that quick. Make sure it's not just user error in this. Let's try that bottom one. So we got B85C. Yeah, this is what we're looking at. How heavy is this? That was the only thing. My scale didn't even. My scale was too light, so I might put it at like 9 kgs and take a little bit of an L. Nightblade B85C. B85C. Yeah, this guy, it's MSI, so it's just wild. It really bummed me out looking this guy up. It's like MSI is supposed to be one of the leading companies. Did not run well. Did not run well. This was definitely a big scam by MSI in this case. MSI really died off. I don't think they're as popular nowadays. Yeah. I know they've got like some pieces that are still respected. Like I got an MSI monitor here and it's quite good. It's been reliable. I have no complaints. It's got high hertz. But the device, it was having power up issues. And I was looking at the tech stuff and it's like the troubleshooting to try to fix this desktop. Intense headache. So dash 094 US. Let's try that. Dash 094 US. Yeah, no, nothing. So we're going to list it as that. So we're going to go MSI desktop computer 4 parts. Nightblade B85C. So it was having electrical issues. Like it's having power draw problems. So it would be either it needed a new power supply, or one of its connections have corroded and I would have to replace some of the wiring, or there's a short in the board, which means it's completely shot. The way it was like booting up and then canceling out, so I think it had either faulty wiring or it was a power supply issue. At first, the way it was like booting up and stopping and starting, I thought it was a CPU heat issue. Like I thought it was getting the auto turn off because it was getting way too much juice to the machine. It was trying to fire up the fan and it was going, oh, it's overheating. I need to turn this off immediately. But yeah, exactly. I'd have to spend like 10 hours minimum taking it apart and literally using a fucking voltage meter to see where all the volts are going. And it's like, I'm just going to list it for $80 and say it's for parts. power supply issues. It's fixable. Its components aren't that bad. Specifications. Detail. Oh man, see, look at this. This is the page for it isn't even updated. All the fucking images are broken on the MSI page. It has an i7, I think. Let's see this. What is it? Yeah, it had an i7. Had an i7. So at least the i7 is salvageable. So I'm gonna go 79.99. One available. We're gonna do it since I only have 4 items, we're gonna do it this long way. MSI desktop. I don't have the UPC for it. Connectivity? What? Well, I mean, of course it's got 2.0 and 3.0. It's got an HDMI. No micro HDMI. I think it had a display port. Model. MSI. Nightblade. B85C. B85C. This one, yeah, it had 2 different module numbers on it, like model numbers. Sorry, module numbers. Most suitable for, well, it was for gaming, but it's not really for gaming anymore. Casual computing and gaming. No screen. Tower. I think it's an SSD. What are my other options? Intel i7. It's not 13th gen. Intel Core i7. Oh fuck, what gen is it? Will it say? Oh fuck right off. Maybe I'll do this the hard way. But how you doing, Stoned? Appreciate you popping in whenever I'm live lately. Same old shit on your end? Still WoW rating, or you're over that phase already? It's the dual band wireless. AC input. Yeah. Still on the WoW grind, because there was a expansion released recently, eh? I am also curious for input. You watched the auction stream. Was that... I know it was a unique idea, but do you have any possible critiques of it? I did enjoy doing it a lot, and I think it's something I'm going to continue, even with that auction house. One of my offers is going to be, like, even if you don't work with me directly all the time, I would be willing to stream your auctions ending. I think it's really good content and intriguing. DVI, so 4th gen Intel 4th gen. Intel Core 7 i7 4th gen. i7 4th gen would be old as shit. Yeah. We both talked about that. The issue is we can't be there late at night. But here we go. i7 4th gen. I do have it RAM size. I'm trying not to obsess over it too long, but I know it will help it sell. DDR 32 gigabytes. I hope it's 32 gigabytes. Windows 10. Features. Fuck your features. GPU. What's the GPU in this bitch? Does it not have a GPU? Doesn't have a GPU. What? Weird. I'm going to skip the GPU on it just to make sure I don't fuck myself. Black. Yeah, it would be really cool. I've got a multicam setup prepped there, so it would be like we've got a nice couch area and then a cam that I can have on the computer. So I can be like at the computer scrolling away at stuff, and I can have him sitting on the couch, and we can both like have two cams in each corner hanging out watching the lots close, and have it digital here, but we've got a big screen TV up on the wall, and then that way we're like looking at the big old screen and then both giving our perspectives on it. And I really do want to do that, but we have to ask for special permission from the landlord, because right now part of the reasons we get the cheap rent is we can only be there during business hours, and they're open like early in the morning till about 6 p.m. And if the auctions are closing at 8 p.m., we got to figure that shit out. Yeah, I would agree with that. I definitely think it would make it feel more interactive in a cozy capacity like that. That's like almost everyone unanimously has given that input. This unit has been having power supply issues. It cycles through the power up routine endlessly. It is likely an issue with the power supply, a faulty connection, or at worst, an issue with the motherboard. But I appreciate that big time. Yeah, it's something that I was thinking. It was a little below expectations, but it was still well worth it. Even on our pickup session, though, like we already saw the fruitful results. Like people asking us is like, when's your next one? When's your next one? And I think it's big on reputation and repetition in this case. I think as long as we stick at it, it's going to be something very, very, very accomplishable, but just got to stay positive and stay fucking grinding. But what's new in Bebe's life, you know what I mean? So this one, it kind of felt like it was 10 kilograms, to be honest. 10 kilograms is how many pounds? £22. Okay, it was not 10 kilograms. I'm going to say 8 kilograms. 38, 26, 18. But we'll be starting to stream out of the space for next week. And considering I'm getting the boot for my market, I am 110% going to be streaming there a lot more. Provide more details. I have to download the document? Since I have it open, I mean, I can try here. Let's see if it helps it. Manual and document. English, download. I've got it right here, so I may as well. Is it user guide? Yeah, manual. User guide or manual. English. Downloads. Oh, I have to unzip it? Well, fuck you. MSI, making me take extra steps. Unzip. Unzip. Open with WinRAR. Yeah, because so... Were you able to boot to the menu on that thing? No. No menu boots. It just got stuck in its... it would, like, boot up, fan would start, and then it would cycle off immediately before it would output anything. Yeah, so it would, like, boot up, power start, you could see and hear everything kick up, and then... So at first you can see it's dirty. I cleaned the fuck out of it because I was like, okay, it's definitely... The fans are so clogged that it tries to boot up and the CPU is like, I gotta auto turn off because I'm gonna fry the unit. Clean that up. Clearly wasn't it. I tried like multiple different cables just to be certain that it wasn't a voltage issue. So then that was like, I looked up the troubleshooting for it. And then multiple people with these MSI units are supposedly like, yeah, they have like faulty power issues if you leave them to sit for too many years. And then I was like, fuck. It was one of those, like, I looked up the tutorial and I'm like, I have enough computer knowledge. I really could. But my hustle and I'm so busy. I can't. If I had a spare 12-hour day, I could take it apart and test all the voltage and figure out what's wrong with it. But it's not really worth it for me. Maybe the desk got burnt and melted something on the board if it was that dirty. Exactly. Or, like, yeah, one of the fucking wires could be corroded at that point. Or one of the motherboard plugs could be loose. But even then, it's not a 12-hour job, but that's still 2 hours of me fucking unplugging all the fucking connections in the CPU, double checking which ones work on the actual motherboard. That's just still... I felt good about myself because it was like, cool, I actually fully get what could be wrong with this, but I don't got the fucking time for it. What the fuck? Where's my... downloads. B079. I unzipped it. Where are you at? Where are you at, dog? Where I unzipped you. Where are you at? Unzip. Unzip. Extract to. Downloads. Is it just too big or something? If not, I'm going to give up on this step. It's not worth it. It's this new step they added that if I want to sell to the UK, they want to add manuals to it. Because their import laws are wild. I'm skipping it. Fuck them. Fuck them, yay. Yeah, the joy of PC troubleshooting. Exactly. Exactly. As I said, it was like, at least it was a validation of, okay, I'm happy that my knowledge is at the point that I can at least fully tell where the problem is, but oh my god, I'm not, yeah, I don't want to just, because it was just to get, it was going to be our stream PC. So all that work just for the i7 processor. I was doing all that work just for the i7. If I really, really, really wanted to, I could also take it apart and take the i7 out and use it in a different computer. But then even at that point, what if the CPU was the part that was fried? And I took all that time to take the whole unit apart. And then now I need to sell all the parts individually. It's like, no, fuck it. I'm going to put it 4 parts, power supply issues, $80. Take it away. Take it away. Take it off our hands. But, yeah, I'm going to be streaming out of the warehouse. Every Monday, it seems like, I'm going to be doing Facebook Marketplace. So I'll be doing a warehouse stream on doing Facebook Marketplace listing for me and him. And then every time we're processing stuff in the warehouse, we're just going to boot up stream and hang out, and you'll have the dual perspectives of like him sorting through shit and me photographing shit. I'm in a market right now currently that's like a multi-vendor space where I can leave my stuff in and they sell it for me. But Classic Bailey got a loudmouth. Bailey got himself kicked out because I spoke my mind too much. I pushed him a little bit too much. So I'm getting kicked out of there, but that means I just have more time to dedicate to that side of the hustle. I didn't press them aggressively. I didn't press them aggressively by any means, but they weren't following up on stuff they promised. They never followed up on like literally anything, on their social media strategy, on when events were being planned. They would try to plan stuff with all the vendors and just give us a week's warning. And it's like, I just was constantly, not annoyingly, but it was like, hey, when you have capacity, I'm curious what the schedule, like, what are you doing for winter? Like, what events are planned for the winter season? What are we doing this fall? We used to be holding pop-up markets because it's right outside Kensington Market, and they have Pedestrian Sunday, and I'd be like, why did we stop it? And they hated that I was just like asking all these. They did not like answering my questions. These are the type of people who are supposed to list your stuff on social medias. Yeah, they're supposed to be sharing our content. At least that's what they said. And then they decided to change that strategy without telling anyone. And then I pressed them on it. Again, a respectful press, a business-minded press of like, hey, can you share my post? Can you share my post? What's happening? And then they told me that I was being demanding. So then I shared to them the last time they communicated about social media policy that it was just remind us and we'll share your stuff. And after I dunked on them, that I was like, here was the last thing you said about it. What was demanding about what I said? They're like, oh, we're going to terminate your contract. I'm like, so it's easier to get some girl who makes postcards or collects vintage from Value Village and puts it in the booth and doesn't question them. Yeah, so exactly. For being demanding on something that they said they were going to do. And then as soon as I put them in a corner of like, so what was demanding about that statement? They said I'm asking too many questions, and they don't have the capacity for them or their staff to be able to respond to all my inquiries, and it's very clear that I am unhappy with the scenario of their working relationship, and they only want to foster a space where all of their contractees are satisfied with their services. It's like, well, even in that statement, you didn't ask me if I was upset. You didn't ask me if I was upset. They just assumed I was upset. So you're assuming again. You didn't communicate with me. And then they listed valid reasons to, like, business-wise kick me out. They said my pop culture memorabilia wasn't selling. And they said I was too competitively priced to other local businesses. But I already realized this. I already had a whole strategy set out to, like, change my entire product lineup because I realized that, like, my comic books and figurines weren't selling. So I was going to switch to jewelry and stuff that is viable for their hipster trendy market. But, you know, they didn't have a conversation with me about it. Instead, they just used it as an excuse to kick me out. And if you really want to get that argumentative, if you're saying my comic books are too competitively priced to a comic book store, the reason a comic book store, it's a specialty shop. They can sell their products at a lower rate because they focus on just that product. Like, think a guy who sells Pokemon cards, like the ones that you see on YouTube even. They sell their Pokemon cards at a loss because all they do is buy Pokemon cards. So in addition to that, the people coming into your trendy vintage market are not going into the comic book store across the street. So, no, I'm not targeting the same audience as those people that are going into the comic book store. But, hey, it's their choice. It's their business. I do respect that autonomy. But they also fucked over the wrong mans, because I'm not about to go on a smear campaign, but I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to tell everyone I know what happened. I'm going to tell everyone that they didn't communicate with me about anything. But I'm not going to smear. I genuinely don't think they're evil. I don't think they're ill-willed. I think they just come from a privileged walk of life that they're not used to having people who speak their mind confidently. And since I was challenging them so strongly, it's easier to get rid of me than to deal with their own problems face to face. A lot of people don't like it when you make them have to make decisions without it being done on their own volition. But rant done. Rant done. Yeah, for real, for real. They're of the academic variety. So one is like a teacher's assistant at university, and the other one is like a PhD student at university as well. And that's how they had the money to open this place. But from my time, I was a Don at university. I've worked in like many different environments. Those people in particular really struggle with someone who works and lives in the university environment. Your work is inherently tied to your value. So if someone says this isn't working, it means your ideas aren't working, because you're talking about your thesis paper, you're talking about your artistic project. Like in those environments, if someone says this is fucked up, we need to change it, that means that you fucked up and you're doing a bad job. So when it comes to like a work environment like this, you have a Bailey who's not being rude or aggressive, but is saying this isn't working and you didn't do what you promised. They don't know how to separate that from a personal assault, because it's just something they're not used to hearing, which I can accept. It does suck, because the place was a benefit for me, but ego is a son of a bitch. Yamaha KXW. I missed the W. So I'm doing this small batch of items right now. Got about 4 of them here. As you can see, these are good dubs, alright? This is a fucking 162 unit. Kind of want it to sell, though, so I'm going to price it low. Did this one have the remote? I don't think this one had the remote. No remote. So it looks like if I want to sell it, I want to put it around 80 bucks. Let me double check on a general internet search on this bad boy. Reverb? How much is it priced on Reverb? 56. Okay, that's good to know because this is the official. If you're ever curious about music equipment, Reverb is like Discog or eBay for used music equipment. It's a good double check for standards on prices because it's where a lot of the audiophiles will list their stuff. So we're gonna go. I want it gone, so we're gonna go $69.99. It is heavy too, so the shipping's gonna be a motherfucker on it. Hey, this man saved up enough for your own house. You getting it with your bro, or that's also too much probably public talk. So you can maybe skip out on that. But either way, congrats. Congrats. That's awesome to hear, bro. I'm very happy for you, bro. That's awesome to hear. Well deserved too, fam. Well deserved. Hey, with your nerdy shit, it doesn't even matter. Wait, I guess internet. I am. I guess there's Starlink now, so. Japan unit. I should probably actually, while I'm here in this section, hit done and double check what the other ones were in. Cassette tape decks. Is that what I have this in? No, it's not. Cassette tape decks. Okay, got it. Yeah, one of my cousins out there has it and he says it works really good. Yeah, especially if you're in like a populated area like Ontario. I know you're still middle of fucking nowhere, Ontario, but as long as you're close to civilization in some capacity, it's like very functional. Features: cassette tape, hi-fi, headphone jack, cassette player and recorder. I don't know, the pitch range is black. I don't think it has AM FM. No screens, audio inputs. I think it's got type A. Used. Great condition. Acquired off of a friend who kept it neatly stored in their garage for quite some time. Oh shit, I forgot to put offers on all these. This guy was heavy too though. This was 5 kilograms, 120 grams, 43, 26, 11. So you don't have to reveal which ones or how many. You moving in with family members to the new home? And then otherwise I'll hit you personally for the rest of the details. Yeah, also, if you ever need to escape, you still got a Fran offer. You're always welcome to escape to Fran's. PDR W839. PDR. Let me write this down. I'll forget. W839. Green bastard. Parts unknown. Pioneer PDR-W839. I thought this one had a remote. Shoot. Damn, someone has one listed for $800. No one's gonna buy that. Oh, someone paid. Oh, they took an offer. $271 works. Baby likes to see this. Likes to see this. Mine is in great condition. July 2024. One bid at $251. So I'm going to list mine. I'm not going to get too greedy because I would like to sell it. So we're going to list it at $249 and take an offer. I need money. I chose the worst one for title. The house would be with my little bro and my mom, but I also got asked to work with my dad. So I've been heavily considering that and coming back out this way. Tough call. I know you've been having a peaceful environment out there lately, so... multi-CD changer. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Moving back in with the Pops would be like good for work, but I know you're living the peaceful life out there, and like you're this far down that road. It's like, why switch up in a way that could make things less peaceful? You know, you've been a good fucking boy. You've been a good boy. That's what I'm concerned about mainly. I know your Pops is important, so maybe it's even just going on a prolonged Pops visit, but I'm concerned about Whiskey Stone coming out, you know what I mean? Otherwise, all for it. You know me, family time, I respect it. I just don't need Whiskey Stone coming out. What category was this in? Vintage stereo receivers. Vintage stereo receiver. Oh, just sober off just that, or are you sober off of the whole? Does your Twitch name not work anymore? But I feel you. I'm not really. I gotta clean up a little bit. I'm back on the quitting train for the tobackies tomorrow. That's where I've been a weak man. Still smoking like a chimney. I feel that. I've been off the weed for a while now myself. I took a good weed break. The one thing that I would say about it, not smoking the marijuanas for a minute, my dreams are fucking wild, bro. That's the only thing that's like, because I've been smoking so much weed for such a long period of my life, and now I like maybe smoke weed once a week, once every 2 weeks. Holy fuck, my dreams are so vivid. I'm gonna start having one of those dream journals soon, probably. I had like a whole dream where I was like hanging out with Sam Hyde yesterday and just like tripping out the entire time. Yeah, and I'm like, that's the one. As a weed lover, I still love my marijuana, but people who try to tell you it doesn't affect your brain chemistry, they're fucking lying. It definitely, if your dreams get that vivid after you stop, it affects your brain chemistry. There ain't no ways about that. You're lying to yourself. Turn you down a little bit. I forgot that I still had my mic up so fucking high. Yeah, like it's still. Stored meticulously in a garage of a very tidy friend. Yeah, it's been fucking me up. It's been really messing with my sleep in that way. And then I've been drinking a bit way too much because I've been balancing out that old habit, which isn't the best. But it is what it is. I'm not beating myself up over it. I'm doing good for myself still, so. Yeah, this new item disclosures. Provide more details about your items for safety and quality standards if you ship to the EU and UK. You sell products. So I support this legally, but it's such a fucking bitch as a reseller. It's because, like, to prevent scams and like make sure I'm not selling cheap China-made products. If I ship to the UK or the EU, I'm supposed to be providing like documents of proof that they're quality products now, like user manuals, safety diagrams, something that proves that it's legit. And it's a pain in the fucking ass, but I kind of support it existing, so I'm one of those ones where I'm like morally with it, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. Dropping by for a bit. Good evening, y'all. One thing that I know for quitting bad happens is to replace them with good ones. I hope that helps. It is. I'm doing cardio first thing tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go fucking rollerblading. Because I had rollerblades in my closet. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the dork who rollerblades. I'm gonna fucking give it a go. And if I fail at that, I'll just go jogging. But I thought it would still be fun to try. Oh my god, did I do the wrong... that's okay. What happened here? Okay. Yeah, I know, rollerblading. But it's I like some dorky things. If I don't, I can also go skate. Go skate in the morning. That would be my other supplement. Just on the WoW grind. Gotcha. How's that been treating you? With remote. VCR. My VCR is... I thought I just deleted this. What are you saying? Delete. Here we go. This one is a Panasonic PV-8553. Oh shit, eh? Jeez. I just seen some TikTok today about people complaining about the Top Gear sets again. that it's getting hella complicated again to get the top of slot, or whatever the fuck you call it nowadays. Oh, this guy's got pro experience with that. Panasonic. I just deleted this. What are you saying? I literally, chat would have seen it. Okay, thank you. Save and close. Thank you. Stay out of it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wait till WoW 2 drops. I think they're just desperately avoiding having to do that. There's no way that's coming anytime soon. So I'm going to list it for $70 just because I have the remote. I'm going to steal this guy's title. VCRs. Today I seen a streamer playing with motion controls. It was wild. Yeah, that's crazy. I think they usually use those Vive controllers. The Vive. I keep coming across this guy's clips that he uses. Plays Skyrim, and he uses like a compound bow with the Vive controller, so he like plays as an archer in Skyrim. I'm like, that's at least a cool concept. Yeah, exactly. I think it's fun to play, like, with remote. Let's switch to test it out for with remote. $71.99. I always like those ones. I think those are fun streams. I saw some other guy. I guess like I watched one of them, and then it's just like, here's all the weird content creators. So I seen another thing came up my TikTok feed of a guy playing Warzone on a unicycle. Just playing COD Warzone and streaming on Twitch while on a unicycle. Very wholesome clip. Very wholesome clip, because he was just trying to troll people in the voice to chat. He's like, I'm on a unicycle, and they're like, there's no fucking way you're on a unicycle. He's like, oh, here's my link, here's my stream link, and they're like, oh god, he's actually on a unicycle. But yeah, this is a lot about my taste of my rabbit holes, if anything. Yeah, exactly. It's not like a shitty gimmick. He's not really fucking anyone over, right? Practically like new. I got this unit off of a friend who had it stored meticulously. And I saw your text today, Afro. I'll decide in the next day or two, and I will get Raza to decide. Raza's just in Pakistan right now. Oh, maybe this is listed a little too high. Rouse is back in the homeland, visiting Grandmama. Yeah, it's cool to see the change of perspective. Today he was posting to his story and he was like, there was like a block and a half line at Tim Hortons in Pakistan. It was like a massive line to get to Tim Hortons in Pakistan. Oh my God, it's really hard. My the Alberta in me really comes out, and I say it in the most white guy way. My mouth really wants to say Pakistan. I know that's not how you're supposed to say it. So I have to consciously be like Pakistan. Man, these last bitch about it, but yeah, these upload user guide certificates and documents that are included. It's like so I'm supposed to have this fucking 25-year-old VHS player. You want me to go download the user manual and then upload it to the eBay listing? Like, get the fuck out of here. It takes there's too much time, bro. I'm not doing that. You have to get a special. If I sell to the U.S. via eBay, all of my tax issues are covered. As an eBay seller, it's all legal. I can just ship it to the U.S. and I got no problems. If I ship to the U.K., I have no problem as long as it's under $150. Then eBay provides me the tax certificate, and all I have to do is print out the invoice for the item and attach the invoice to the package alongside the shipping label. But if it's over $150, I have to pay an additional tax. I have to pay a literal import tax to ship to the European Union or the UK. And it's called a VAT, which isn't that complicated to get, but it's a pain in the ass. And so the same is like, now if I have to take the extra step of like I have to download all the manuals, upload them to the fucking store, and then pay an additional tax on top of my eBay sales tax just to ship to the EU and UK, it's like what the fuck is the point? Ugh. I get it, but some items legit have no manual whatsoever. That's exactly. It was like this Panasonic PV8553 VCR watch. Like I don't know. The other ones I listed today, I could probably actually find. This one, there's no way. It might be on archive.org. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not here. I have other editions of Panasonic printers on Manuals Lib. Manuals Lib is a godsend for my hustle. I always do forget about what it's called, but I'm aware of it. Basically archive.org, but for tech geeks. But they don't have they don't have my model. If I'm correct, yeah, Manuals Lib, it's Manuals Library. The main purpose is for electricians and DIY, because it's meant to preserve these old manuals that had the actual circuit diagrams. Which I think this one does. But Manuals Lib is more so for like audio files. Yeah, so that if you're like if you have a fucking TV or stereo system that breaks, you can actually know where the circuit might have broken in the actual unit. Which is cool. I am totally for it. It does help with my hustle sometimes. But yeah, go back in here. There's just all the Panasonics. Damn, what is this? Digital HD video cassette recorder. think it looks wild. Alright, man. Have a great rest of your night. Peace and chat later. Yeah, I'm done the listing part. I'm going to make a poster, and I'm going to be out of here in 20 minutes anyways. Thank you, Afro. Hi, Afro. Bye, Afro. Appreciate you stopping by. I know Stoned appreciates you stopping through, too. I should check my messages after. Sold all those Spawn comics I sorted through earlier. Sold them at a great profit already. I've got a couple already up for auction. It's really nice to see where they're at. They're at a good fucking point already. So also shouts to the person I bought them off of. Bought them off of at like a very humble price. So otherwise I would have sold them for cheap. Yeah, no, appreciate it. Just trying to think. Let's see. Let's go to the store and check them out right now. Let's see where they're at. Yeah, it disappears. Later B. Spawn. Yeah, 1 day, $9. 4 days left, $30. The Wukong one's at $47, and this one's at $9. I bought the whole lot for $100. I've sold $220 worth already. So that's already flipped for double. Spawn. She spawn. Wukong spawn. The Wukong spawn is pretty cool though, I gotta say. Got Trailer Park Boys on the background, and it's the Conky episode now, the puppet episode. Let's see. Shouts to the person who hustled them to me. I'm going to do a quick 5-minute BRB so I can list these items. I'm going to step outside for a second. I'm going to come back. I'm going to use the rest of the juice in my brain, and we are going to create the posters I need for tomorrow. And I think that's it. Maybe I'll just do one, and I'll start the sale on Wednesday, I think. And that's I'm gonna pull a meme out of it. I'm gonna make it a little bit of a meme. It's gonna be like Grandma was too rowdy for the retirement home. So Grandma got kicked out of the retirement home for being too rowdy since his grandma's dead stock, and I think that's how I'm gonna swing it. I'm gonna be like Grandma's getting kicked out of the retirement home, 40% off. Grandma was too rowdy. I gotta think about it. I gotta think about the layout. But either way, all right. Quick BRBs. All right. Appreciate y'all. Quick BRBs. We'll put that I Am Infinite back on in the background so we can vibe. If anyone wants to follow me on Kick, I need them Kick followers. Hit me up with the follow on Kick, alright? Stack that up. I got 10. I need 75 to be monetized over there. This is going to be a fucking hustle, dog. But we'll get there one day. It's a secondary platform for a reason. Quick BRB. Alright, internets, we back. Should be just on for another 15 here. The editing posters takes me no time. We're gonna bang this out and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'll be on in the morning doing some admin work, getting the stickers ready for all the products I prepped today. And then, bingo fucking bango. We're ready to go. But tomorrow, considering I'm gonna do a big venting session on that scenario that happened, so I have it on record. And then we're gonna throw together the stickers and we're gonna get out of here. While I'm here, let's check Gmail. I can answer yet? Nope, no answer, of course not. Okay. Canva. No, I don't want to. Or proceed here. I'm sensitive. I don't want to see the glow up. I don't want to see the glow up. I don't want to see the glow up. Jesus, thank you. I'll turn off the dark reader for this. See, literally using an old template. This shit will take me 2 seconds here. Grandma's too rowdy. She got kicked out of the retirement home. Copy. Copy. Go up here. Paste it. Is too rowdy. Grandma's too rowdy. She got kicked out of the retirement home. Elements, I need a line. We're going September 26th to October 31st. September 26th to October 31st. September 26th to October 21st. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Effects off. Continue watching. Spacing, line spacing, bring this up a little bit. Bingo bango. Pretty happy with that. Blowout sale, 40% off. September 26th to October 31st. Grandma's too rowdy. She got kicked out of the retirement home. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. I think I'm happy with that. I think we can call it a day at this too. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. Okay. That's it for today, internets. Appreciate everybody who did stop by. If you're watching this VOD in the future on the YouTubes, I do simulcast, so I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Kick. Don't have so many Kick followers, so if you do have an account, don't be afraid to go over and follow. I see that I got some of the regulars dropped in, even lurked. I got seen Ruse. We got raided today by Kyle Switch and Gage. I appreciate you, dog. I had a great go. Good, easy batch. So when I pop on tomorrow morning, I'm going to ramble about my plans while I get them sorted out for myself in this noggin. And we're going to get the stickers laid out that I need to get prepped for the rest of my stall overhaul. We'll roll in tomorrow. I'm going to spend the morning revamping it according to the strat that I already had laid out. And then I'm going to spend the afternoon time slot actually just putting all the shit in place. So, appreciate everybody. Thank you everybody for coming through. Trying to think. I think we covered all the bases. Nice light work stream. I'm just trying to open these back up to doing it when I work in the evening. I'm hoping to do a lot more in the coming weeks. I definitely want to convert some VHS too. I got to get through. I got a stack of DVDs to do still. Then I have personal VHS tapes I want to convert. And then I've got all the Betamax tapes when I'm done with those. So I'm really excited to progress with that. And I'll probably do like 2 tapes, 3 tapes, one night a week. We'll see. The content was fire when I was trying to get monetized on Twitch, but we already got it. We had Twitch affiliate. We ain't going to lose that shit anytime soon. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Kid baby. All right. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping.